So please provide your details, your name, your phone number, your email address. Okay, so that we can start our class. We'll wait for another few minutes for others, then we'll continue the class. Okay. Meantime, just provide your details. All right. So Samir, please provide your details in the chat box. Any questions, doubts you have, I'll answer your doubts and questions once the class is complete. Or you can just post me in the message box, I'll answer it, okay? So it will be interesting classes. We planned this next 2 demos. One I'm going to show you first demo and demo 2. In demo 1, we will discuss about what is exactly the MSBI, right? And in a demo 2, I'm going to show you practical session. In demo first, we'll discuss about the MSBI product. I hope you people know what is MSBI, Microsoft BI. So we don't want any Microsoft BI full form. We want to know what exactly we're going to do in the Microsoft BI. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail level about Microsoft BI. Okay, Microsoft BI, not full form. We will learn a lot of things inside this demo 1. In demo 2, what exactly we do work in the companies, where exactly this BI tool is used in the companies, why companies are hiring more BI developers. I'll tell you that. Okay, so coming to my background, I'm almost like 10 plus years of experience into IT, more than 10 plus years into IT. I was started my career with SQL. Then I was working with the MSBI product. I was dealing with the Azure, and I was working on Fabric. Okay, the clouds, different type of clouds I'm working at. My experience into is I worked with the Wipro company, and I worked with the IBM. Currently, I'm working with one of the company in Hyderabad called Digital. I'm working currently as a manager. I'm working with as a team lead, manager and team lead. I'm handling 2 different teams, APAC and EMEA region, with the different countries, services, working on telecommunication project. Okay. So working on telecommunication project, I worked with the IBM and Wipro as a supply chain for a client called Henkel. I hope you people know what is Henkel. There are different type of products, laundry care, beauty care, for multiple projects. We store, manage, supply chain project. Okay. So there is a supply chain project where we get a product details. Okay, different inventory details and other stuff. So these all are like what we call inventory details. This all data we get. With that data, we analyze, we perform, transform, we load into multiple systems. What exactly we do, I'll tell you that. So this is my actually the background is, so without having knowledge on MSBI, you may not further go for other technologies. Why MSBI developer? Anyone know what are the multiple tools are there inside MSBI? Anyone know? What are the components are there inside MSBI? You maybe heard about this one. Maybe you have somebody referred you to go for this MSBI. Maybe somebody asked you there is a lot of opportunity on MSBI. Please go for this course. Or maybe people are already working in MSBI in your company and you want to work parallelly on development. You may be here. Whatever the reason you are here, you have to learn MSBI, right? So you maybe have done some level of R&D before coming to this class, right? Or any input that you got to go for this course, and whatever the reason is there for yours, whether in the company or you want to migrate to MSBA profile, or already you're working in that some company, you want to switch to other company for MSBI developer with my existing experience, with that you want to move, whatever it is reason it. So before this starting with this MSBA, you maybe have to know what exactly is MSBA and what are the tools are covered inside this MSBA. So as my past experience, as my teaching experience is completely into BA. So I was completely working with Microsoft products. I never worked with other products, to be frank. I always work with Microsoft product, whether it is a SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL Server, whether it is MSBA, whether it is a Power BI, whether it is Azure BI, whether it is a Fabric BI. And along with that, from last 8 years of experience, I am into Vinay technologies, Vinay tech. I completed a lot of batches on MSBA. Lot of batches I completed with MSBA. And parallelly morning 7 a.m. I am taking on Fabric BI. 8 a.m. I'm having Azure BI. 9 a.m. I'm having MSBA. And evening 6 p.m. we have MSBA slot. 7 p.m. I'm having Azure BA again. Next class is Azure BA, regular classes. So this is a recently we completed and we have a slot for this. And we have a slot for this 6 p.m. That is what we are planned this demo. Okay. So before proceeding with this, sir, what is the use of this tool, where we are going to work in real time, where exactly it is used? With that, we have a lot of opportunity or not? What are the tools are going to cover? Okay, what are the tools are going to cover? And you may be heard about nowadays like AI or cloud. You may be heard about cloud, right? You are working on cloud. Some companies are working on cloud. Some companies are working on Azure. Some companies working on Fabric. This is all I'm going to cover. I'm not going to cover the whole topic in MSP. I'm not going to cover the whole topic. Along with that latest topic, I'm also going to cover. We have to follow the market. What companies are following with the existing, along with the latest what they are using it. So the collaboration with MSBA and with the collaboration of Azure BI, we will work together in this course. Other institute, they only teach about MSBA. Along with MSBA, I'm going to cover the cloud services. If your data is in the cloud, you're storing your data in Google Drive. How much GB you're going to get in Google Drive? 15 GB, right? You ever observe that you're storing the photos, images, right? Documents, your videos, where it is saving it. And when you observe that, you're just saving it, you're accessing it, mobile or directly through laptop, you're accessing it wherever the internet is, you're accessing. Do you know where it is saving it? Definitely cloud. You may be saying, sir, there is a cloud. Okay, cloud is there. Cloud means that doesn't mean like going to store in white color clouds. There is a backend data center is there. Backend data center is there. So from that data center, we need to fetch our data in MSBA. That is the approach by using the cloud. So we are not going to just learn the MSBI concept. We have to learn along with that the updated technologies. Right now, there are a lot of market along with the MSBI add-on with new sources, new destinations, new components. You just have to learn MSBI, learn it. But along with that, what are the new technologies are there that's suitable for your MSBI? That we are going to cover in this course. I'm not just going to tell you MSBI, we'll cover in this course. So guys, please mute your mics. Any doubts or questions are there? I'll give you time once the class is complete. You can ask your doubts and questions. Okay, all right. All right, so before starting this course, I hope you people please provide your email address, your mobile number, and your name. So that today's recording, I started recording the session. Today's recording and the next coming session, I'm going to share you the recording document, the course content. You can at least go through it and try to understand what are the topics we are covering. Definitely, I'm going to show you now. But still, I would request you take a personally, go through the document, understand whether I am working in that company, is that topic is covered or not. You have to see, right? You have to see whether you are working already or you are want to go to the other job. You got a roles and responsibility. Whether I am covering the topics or not, you have to see the document. So that is what I request you people. Just give me your details, your number, phone number, your name, and your email address. Just ping me in the chat box. So I got few of them. Samir I got, Sachin I got. So I request everyone to please provide your inputs in the chat box. Okay, I'll collect your details from there. All right. Let's talk about the MSBA. So what is the MSBA? So before going to MSBA, you first need to understand what is the BI and the process. Anyone here know what is the BA or BA process? Anyone would like to? Anyone who want to tell what is BA?
Hello.
Yes, Samir.
Yeah, so I think BI is business intelligence process, which has three aspects, that is analyzing, reporting, and data processing.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is the
it's basically
use?
like data analysis, but on an advanced scale.
Data analysis. Okay. Any other points?
Yeah, that's it as of now.
Okay. So fine. Fair enough. So some points are covered. So business intelligence or business process. Okay. So business intelligence or business process. Any business you start, see, the BA is a job like evergreen jobs generally. Okay, BA are jobs, even though currently we are in the generation where the AI was implemented. AI jobs are implementing or adopted some level of companies, but still the BI exists. If you see the other coding jobs, most of the coding jobs are adopted by your other AI tools. But BI is something like where it helps to the business in terms of growth, in terms of decision making. So decision making is very, very important for any business, for any company. So if you started some business, let's example take a DMart. Let's take the DMart or Walmart, anything. Let's example take your DMart or Walmart. Okay, you visit their DMart, Walmart, and somebody, the owner of the DMart and Walmart, they are some business background. They are the business background, right? They just know how to do the business. They invested a lot of money. The owners, the business users, okay, they invested a lot of money on a business. So whenever as a customer, if I visit to that DMart or Walmart, whatever it is. So as a customer, what I'll do, I'll just visit to the store to purchase some product. The moment you purchase a product, you have been observed in that store, there is a billing counter, right? There is a billing counter, billing application in their system. There's a computer is there, and in that computer, the billing application is there. In that billing application, you have been observed that whenever you purchase a product, what you will do, you will go for the billing counter. And that billing application may be developed in Java, .NET, C Sharp, whatever it is. That is not my headache. My headache is if the customer purchases a product, what is the product quantity? What is the product price? What is the discount amount? What is the actually the product like sales amount, tax amount? These all are captured. Whenever you submit, these all are captured and it's saved in one storage account. If you remember, there is a one storage account. What is the use of the storage account? This is we call as live storage account. This is we call live storage. If you see it 10 years back, 10 years back or 15 years back, you go to the bank, how you going to know the amount is credited, deposited, or something is happened to with your bank? So how you going to know? You will take a passbook, right? You will take a passbook to the bank, and by seeing that entry from that bank person, you will get to know, okay, sir, I got amount is deposited in my account or credited, whatever it is happening. And they are company bank people also, they're maintaining a separate Excel sheets. The moment for transactions happen or credited, deposited, they'll maintain one Excel sheets in their systems. Once the 5 o'clock is complete, bank is closed, they will update in the live server. Next day, you need to take passbook and you need to update. Similarly, when you go to the any application, how this data is getting captured. So the moment is submit, what happened? The moment is submit, this information will store inside your storage account. This is my storage account. We call as OLTP. OLTP is nothing but online offline transactions processing. The moment you submit a customer purchase a product, the customer purchase product, the moment you submit it, what happened? That will go and commit in your storage, whether it is a CSV you are using, whether it is a TXT you are using, whether you are using Excel, whether you are using databases, or whether you are using cloud storages, or whether you are using JSON file, whether you are using Parquet file, whether you are using some XML file, whatever it is, depend on the company budget. Depend upon the company budget. Whether they want database to be purchased from Microsoft, they'll take a database from Microsoft. They want to take Oracle database, they'll take from the Oracle database. They depend on their budget. So what exactly the work is? The work is this user's owner want to know what is the business, whether my business is going high and down. So whether by seeing the report, I can take the decisions. Who is providing the report? Who is providing the report? Definitely we require some report developers. Earlier, we don't have any report developer. There is no Power BI, there is no SSRS. If you see 15 years back also, we have a lot of jobs on SQL developer. Maybe you heard or not, there is a lot of jobs on SQL developer. Why? Because SQL developer are the person who will help you to write your SQL queries. Who will help you to write your SQL queries from any table, whatever the result you get, they will put in Excel table, in Excel file, and they will do some coloring and all, and they'll send the report to the client. They'll send to the client. They'll send to the client. But this is a manual work we are doing it earlier. There's a manual work we are doing it. So what client is required? Client is required the report. Client is required the understandable report, a graph report. Graph report. And how this report will be generated? The report to generated by using some data. Where is the data? Data is in a different format. Different format. The format JSON or CSV or maybe XML or whatever it is. Who is providing this data? We don't know. From where it is coming the data? Different sources systems. Different source systems, different applications. To just design the graph, we need to go through all these backend activities. Just the generating one report, you need to go through all these backend activities. You need to deal with application, you need to deal with your different sources, you need to handle the different formats, you need to extract the data. So different formats, extracting the data, different places, and then finally you need to load this data in the destinations. This is all you need to go through. This doesn't know by these owners or users. What they want to analyze just 5 years of data. What my client is asking me, they want 5 years of data. They want to do analysis. The people who are not coming to our store, I want to give the promotion to that user. But I am not maintaining a 5 years of data here. My live storage will maintain only 1 day data. Any company you go in real time, any company in the live storage, we maintain max to max 1 day or 2 day data. Anyone know why the reason why they are maintaining only 1 day, 2 day? Why not historical data? Anyone know that? Why only 1 day data they're maintaining in the live storages? What is the reason?
Maybe because there's no cloud availability at that moment, they are not storing it in a specific cloud or something.
Mhm. We have a storage then. Cloud is not there. Cloud is again we have a storage. Used storages are there earlier.
Transactions data.
Transactions data, yes, 1 point. Transactions data, huge volume of data. Huge volume of data, transactions data, everyday historical data. It is very highly issues with the performance. So the problem is when you do some, let's suppose the customer as a user come with a product, he want to purchase a product and the product is damaged, the product is you want to return it, the product you want to exchange it, exchange, return, purchase, three activities here. So that the three activities are performing here, DML operations. What is the DML operations? A user is doing DML operations. He is inserting the data in terms of he purchasing the data. He is returning the data. He is returning the data. He want to exchange the data and he want to return the data. Data means in terms of any transactions. This is the activities happening whenever you submit the button. Whenever the client is submit or whenever they submit the after barcoding, they submit this information, transactions happening. If you maintain the huge volume of data, if somebody is trying to already the data is here and is trying to do again the update to search lot of millions of records, he has to search to do the update. So I'm not saying that we don't have a storage, we don't have a capacity. We have a capacity that time also. Now also we have a capacity. But any live storage, the importance of this to manage these DML operations, the performance issues. So when the transactions are happening, morning 9 a.m. it is started. Morning 9 a.m. it is started till 9 p.m. We are not going to touch the live server, any server in companies. Because the transaction, if you try to query it as a SQL developer, what they are doing it, that is what you see in earlier jobs are only the night jobs for SQL developers, whatever the client is, night jobs. Because once the store is complete, once the transition complete, morning, evening 9 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. till there is no transaction. So you can do analysis here. But my client is not going to wait for the morning AM or night AM. This is not going to wait. These people are not going to wait. They want immediately report, quick report they want. So that is what the BI developers come into the picture. BI end-to-end developers will come into the picture. That is what we are going to get hired to manage everything in smooth process. So that is what any company you go, a small company also, BI developers are required. This is job are basic job. Any company you have a BI developers or data analyst, data engineer, whatever the role that you're going for, any role you can go for this. Either the BI developer, data engineering, data analyst, BI developer, MSBI, ETL, SSRS, SSAS, any developer you can go for this process. So you can say BI developer. So the first job of the BI developer is to manage the work smoothly. So you're not going to do a coding part here. You are processing, you're developing already the existing tool. You are using the tool to develop for the project. So already developed tool is there. That tool, again, on top of that, you are developing the client requirement or company requirement. So my company requirement is not to wait for this data. I want historical data, 5 years of data. So with the help of whatever the format is there, that format I'm going to extract. That format is I'm going to extract. I'm going to clean it. So when let's take example, your job is like a chef job. When you go to the restaurant, you want to order a biryani. As a client, I'm ordering a biryani. What is actually the chef job is like, he will tell that he want to cook a biryani, chicken biryani. So what chef will do? He will start cleaning the food. He need the ingredients. He will remove the unwanted things and he will wash it and he will clean that things. So this all will come under the extraction and transformation process with the data. We only play with the data. The entire course will be data. Here your work is to clean, manage, process everything with the data. Your complete profile with the data. That is what we call data engineers. Whatever the you come from any background, whether diploma, degree, engineering, anything, anyone can go for this course. There's no specifically engineers only required. No, any course, any background you can join for this course. It is not compulsory to have only engineer. No. So this work is like only with the data. In earlier 20s, if you see how difficult it was, the data entry job. Now in a fraction of a second, we can do with this tool. Whatever data you give me, I'll process it. They'll manually entering in the database. Manually entering, that is called data entry. Manually, they are submitting the information. Even for the bank also, they were Excel data, they're entering it in the databases. You not required now. You're not required now. So this is going to load the data by using a powerful tool called ETL. If you know this tool, lot of jobs, lot of requirement. So this tool we are going to load by using in the systems called data warehouse systems. This is called extraction process and loading process. This is I'm going to load data, that is everyday data. After 9 p.m. I'm going to start the historical data. And this is my data analysis here. Only we do analysis. We do only analysis. We don't do read, write, a commit or insert, delete, update. No, only readable data. That is what we call OLAP system. What we call OLAP, online analytical processing. OLAP systems. So data warehouse. You mean understand warehouse, whatever warehouse it is. General terminology, warehouse. Warehouse means where you have everything. Here also you have everything. You have everything, data, everything. You are working for a like country-wise data. You are working for a country-wise data. You have a India region country data. You have a USA data, you have a UK data, you have a Canada data. Every data is available in your data warehouse. This is the powerful of data warehouse. And who is helping them? The ETL developers. The first work of SSIS job is this one. This is the first concept in MSBI is called SSIS. By using one of the component in MSBI called SSIS, very powerful tool. And believe me, if you know this tool, in a further market where I am teaching the course of Azure BI, you may be heard about data factory. And in this one, fabric data pipeline, it is very easy when you know this concept. In next generation, next coming 8 to 10 years, if they ask you to work on data factory also, it is very easy. When you work on data fabric, data pipelines, it is very easy. When you know SSIS, the foundation for that courses is SSIS. Remember this point. Remember this point, because why I am telling you, because I am currently taking a batches of this all courses. I am only taking, you can go and ask the students who comes with the experience, with a different experience, who already working as a managers in the company. I'm taking the courses for this one. In the morning you can go and ask in the institute. So these are the batches currently going on, which I am taking myself. So I am also worked under Vinay sir only. So from last 8 years, I'm completed a lot of batches on MSBI and other profiles. So this is the basic thing that we need to understand. If you know, sir, I know only MSBA in that exercise, okay, no problem. Now let's see what is the next work. Your next work is, see, this is manual work. Again, if I ask the people to go and do this one, to extract, he will do that. He will do that. So he can just go and he will load the data. So one example I'll take you. Let's hold on this one. Let's hold on this one. Let's take example. If you have this data, let's take one data. Okay. Let's example. We have this data. Country-wise data. Example, let's take. So as per this diagram, you understand it. You understand I have a data, Excel data. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to load the data in the database by using the tool. So you may have a question that, sir, why are you loading this data? Why are you loading this data into the database? You may be having a question immediately. Why we are loading the data? This file, this application generated this file. Example, take this file only. This file I'm trying to load this into the database by using the SSIS model, by using the ETL. The first question you'll have to come and you have to ask your manager that why are we loading this data to the database? Ask this question to your manager or team lead. Why are you loading this data to the database? What is the use of this? See, without doing some analysis, without knowing, there's no, just he's telling that to load the data, you are loading it. But what is the purpose? You have to understand the requirement first. What is the use of this? Why are you loading this data to the database? The files are there, the storages are there. Okay, we are loading it. But what is the purpose of this? Let's take example of this file only. Anyone know why we are loading this data into the database? Anyone know? This file I'm trying to load the data in database. What we are doing is this data with the help of ETL, I'm trying to load here. Why can't you do analysis here only? Why can't you do the analysis here only, in the file only, Excel file only? Can't we do the analysis? What do you want from this file? You want country-wise data? I'll give you country-wise. You want top salary? I'll give you top salary. You want the counts of the employees? I'll give you counts of the employees. What else you want? Let's example, you want country-wise data. I am good at Excel. I'll put a pivot table. You want country-wise data. You want sum of salaries. You want employee IDs of counts. I'll do the counts also. Counts, and this is my country-wise count. Country-wise count. So Canada having this much of country, there are 6 employees. You want to see, go and just filter out here. So filter out on the country. Canada have a country. There are 6 employees. These are the 6 employees. If I do the total of this one, you get this one. 2768000. 2768000. 6 employees. I can do here also. You want, sir, this is not looking graph. This is not looking nice. My client is asking the graphs, graph, pie chart, line chart, they're asking me. Yeah, I'll do here only. You want a graph? Let me do here only. Which graph you want? Tell me, I'll give you graph also. You want to Canada? Can you see the data preview? This is the graph. 38% is covered from all this one. How much this is covered? This is almost like 21 is covered by USA. What is the less is covered by 18% India. I can do that. So this is the manual work. And this Excel also you can see max to max support up to 10 lakhs. This is a structured data. If the data is come with a different format and millions of records are there, millions of records are there, and every day we are getting millions of records. One day I can do that. But every day process. Come on, guys, everyday process. We cannot do manual work. That is a manual work. So every day we cannot manage everything is manual work. So that is the reason we are developing the ETL pipelines, ETL packages, which do a automation job, which we are going to schedule every day in the morning, 7 a.m., 6 a.m., anytime, which extract the data, transform it, and it will load. And then once you load the data, you can have any reporting tool you can connect, whether it is SSRS, whether it's other companies reporting Power BI, or whether it's a Tableau, ClickView. There are many other BI tools in the market. Why only the Microsoft product? Because the Microsoft product, you take any product, whether it's a MSBI, whether it's a Power BI, whether it's a Fabric, whether it's a Azure, this Microsoft will not only target to the technical people, it always target to the non-technical as well. The people who come from the BPO background, non-technical background, for them also it will design those projects or products are like no code or less code process. This is the beauty of the Microsoft products. You take any product, even you take SQL Server also, you don't know how to write a query also, Microsoft will help you to write a query automatically by GUI. That is what Microsoft right now in a BI market is very popular, including your Azure cloud. That is a Microsoft product. So it helps you, even non-technical people also can easily start their career in the technologies, in BI technologies. So it provides you no code, low code, and along with the GUI method. That is the importance of the Microsoft. They always prepare their designed or developed tools are like to work easily, even non-technical people also. You want to do code, code it. You don't know code, no problem. They help you on that. So that is what, whatever the reporting tool is there, whether you take the another module of SSRS, this is the another module of your MSBI called reports. This is the last module. This is the last module. What is the use of this? We are going to design, instead of writing this query, instead of you writing this query, select query, I am going to copy this query and I'll place it here. I'm going to place this query here. You don't need to write anything manually. You want to write a query, just place it here. That is the use of, well, that is the use of this query. So you don't need to do anything. So you just need to take a copy of this query, just place it here and schedule. That's it. Your report will automatically will send to the client. You no need to do anything. You have schedule every day morning. Automatically will go. And what is your source? Source will be data warehouse. But problem here is you have a many data, huge volume of data here. See, when you go to the Godam or you can say inventory, you may find lot of product there. You may find lot of product. To search that product, you take time, right? Definitely you will take time. There is a huge project, huge products are there in one place. To find out some product, specific product, it will take time for you also to search, right? The similarly, here also data warehouse it is. If I am working only on India country report, I may take a time to search the records of India. That is what we are doing it. We are managing the, I will ask my ETL developers to design the data marts, to design the data mart concept. What is a data marts? Data mart is a place where it store a particular databases, specific databases. Like let's suppose you want to store only India region, I'll store only India region. You want to store UK data, you can store USA data. You want to just maintain the UK data, you can maintain the UK data also, databases. These are the databases called data marts. So for that also you required ETL processing. So you can see how much work you have in the ETL side. You can see how much work you have. And then followed by you want India region report, design the India. You want UK, design it. There is a one more method that we have. There is a one more method. So here, instead of doing that, you want to do many lot of data is there. You want to do the analysis on multi-dimensional way. So you have a one more query called tabular model, summary model, that is a data analysis, or you have a multi-dimensional model. This is we call SSAS model. So where you can design your data aggregations. You no need to write in the query level. You don't know query, no problem. We going to again connect to the ETL to process your aggregations data, summary data, quickly analysis summary data. The calculations, you no need to do calculations. Automatically, we are going to build in the cubes. You no need to do the aggregations, it will build. And even you can maintain here the aggregations and summary data for quick analysis. Again, for here also we required ETL team. Here is required tabular model, called tabular model in SSAS. Or there is a one more model called multi-dimensional model called in SSAS, multi-dimensional model. And here also we required the ETL tool to process your data and to design this multinational model or data models. So this is your end-to-end BI processing. This is your end-to-end BI processing. You want the data to be shared with the client or to automate, you have to go through all this process in a backend. So that is what in MSBI we have three modules. In MSBI we have a three module. One module is SSIS model, other one is SSAS model, and our last one is SSRS, that is for reporting model. So you can have a job on MSBI developer, or you are very good at in SSIS, go with ETL developer. You are good at in data modeling, you can go for data modeling jobs, that is data analysis. What is that? Analysis. You can go for data analysis or analytics, and here for reporting or preparing the reports and dashboards also you can go. Okay, you can go report development, page mentor report, dashboard reports, graph reports, any format of reports you can design. Here what we are doing, we are doing a data pipelines, ETL pipelines, ETL SSIS packages we are developing here. So there are many other concepts that we are going to cover inside these three tools. We are going to cover end-to-end process from source to target, source to target. And for prerequisite for this course, we just required basic SQL knowledge. So definitely I'm going to cover, but you need to know what is DDL command, DML command, data select language, what is a views, what is the basic procedure, what is a functions. Inside a function, there is a string functions are there. There is a date and time functions are there. There is a group by is there. We call aggregations functions. So these are the basic functions are required to start this course. Okay. So let me show you practically. So to start with this practical for this MSBI, you need to install two things. You just need to require two things. One is SQL Server. SQL Server is required. to store your data. This is like a box where you are storing your data. And to work with MSBI, that is called Data Studio, or you can say Visual Studio, or SQL Server Data Studio. You can say anything, or SSDD. You can say anything. If they said in whatever, you need to understand that is your development. That is for BA development. Okay, that is for BA development. So I hope you people at least understand what exactly your work is in the company, right? So I'll show you now. So I'll show you how you're going to get a requirements. So you are not only going to work on this profile, guys. Remember one more point. You are not only going to work on these 3 modules. When somebody in the interview are asking you what is your roles and responsibilities, sir, we are going to work on this only. Yes, that is my role and responsibility. What is else other than that? Your role is they are expecting morning 9 a.m. to what is 6 p.m. Your role, your responsibilities. Definitely you're going to do development. There is no doubt you're going to do development, whether it's SSIS, whether it's SSR development, whether it's SSIS development. You can do that, not a problem, no problem. But you are not going to work the entire thing only on development. You have other works also. You have other work. Like other works are like supporting the jobs. What is that jobs? Failed jobs, success jobs, or you're working on the ticketing part. I don't know if people know or not these roles and responsibilities. So you are going to work on failed jobs. What is a failed jobs? If here something is got failed, who is going to do? You are just learning for development. Are you not going to learn if it is failed? What is the reason? How are you going to fix that? Who is going to fix that? You going to hire as a MSBI developer, they're going to give you work on this module also. They'll not give you go and directly go and start development. It's nobody will give you, guys. It is not like a shop job. This is something like corporate jobs. First they'll test you in which side you are good at. You are good at good technology, that good understandable in this profile. They'll give you development. In the KT, generally we have a KT sessions. If you're going with experience, if you're not going with experience, also you have a KT, knowledge transfer. If somebody is having a new project, that is the reason they have openings. If somebody leaving the company, that is what you have openings. Why are unnecessary they hire you? If demand is there, definitely they'll hire you, but there is a opening of that. Either the project is there, either somebody is leaving the company and in that replace is required for you. In that also nobody will give you development. So you need to understand that. What is my other work, other activities? That is my support job. If this are anything is failed, you are the responsible to fix it. So how to fix it? That is the importance of here. So that is what my classes will focus on, mostly 1 hour of class without any definition, without any notes. We will focus on practical session. The complete 1 hour class practical session. You want notes, I'll give you notes. That is a separate. I'll give it first. Immediately I'll give you notes and documents. First we'll see the practical. So you'll get to know in tomorrow's class. Okay. So in tomorrow class, we will see the practical. So apart from this, you also have to work on ticketing part. So ticketing may be any company, they have a Jira or Remedy, service now. Any these are the basic thing, or they use some DevOps. Okay, DevOps or anything. Some agile method, some other different methods they use it. Okay, whatever method it is. I am work on this module, I will work whatever method they use it, not a problem. So the focus on this one is very, very important. Apart from these jobs, you have other requirements. That requirement you have to see. Along with that, you have another one called ad hoc request. As a data engineering, this is mostly work in the companies. Ad hoc request. Anyone know what is ad hoc request? Ad hoc request. Anyone know what is the what is the meaning of ad hoc request in companies? So ad hoc requests are nothing but instance instance requirement or instance support. Your manager will come to you and he will ask, boss, please pull the data. Pull the data. I want to share with the client. Just pull the data. I'll give you format date, salaries, the employees, and joining date. These are the fields they want. Immediately pull the data from last 1 year data you want. Last 1 year of data. What you will do? You have to extract the data. You have to extract this data. When you extract this data, when you know select query, when you know the database, when you know that server, then only you can extract this data. That is called ad hoc request. Okay, let me show you that.